Welcome to Life Esteem, a program committed to deliver information that's important to you and your community. Your hosts are Nathaniel and Patricia Gadsden.
Welcome again to Life Esteem. Always great to have you as a viewer. Hey, today we're going to talk to two dynamic women who have a really special program in the area. Amanda Arbour and Jennifer Basom. Amanda represents the YWCA, where she's a racial justice specialist. And also Jennifer Basom works with UPMC as a health plans, right? Correct. And yes, indeed, and she is here to talk. She's a manager of product development, and they're here to talk about a very special initiative that you were involved in. And tell us about that initiative. Amanda.
Sure. So we partnered with the Harrisburg School District to start the first essay contest. Well, it was actually the second year UPMC was doing it.
Correct.
Around the topic of Ouch, That Stereotype Hurts, which fits with the Community Responders Network's education initiatives.
Yeah, the title again, Ouch, That Stereotype Hurts?
Yes.
Wow, I like that. That's real good. And so the UPMC decided to do this second year you're doing it.
This is our second year.
Okay.
We actually held the essay contest last year with a health-related topic, of course.
Okay.
However, since then we have developed a partnership with the Community Responders Network, and so we thought it was very fitting, also because of our Dignity and Respect campaign and our focus on inclusion, which is a corporate-wide effort. We thought that this would be a great partnership and opportunity to include them in the essay contest.
Had an inducement to the Dignity and Respect campaign, which I thought was outstanding.
Yeah,
by
my
the way.
goodness, yes.
Yeah, and so that was UPMC that did
Yeah.
it. Okay, fantastic. Oh, you know, every time I see UPMC, I think of University of Pittsburgh for some reason. It just kind of jumps in my mind, right? But that was your agency that pulled that together. Tell us a
Well,
bit more
and
about.
we are University of Pittsburgh Medical Center.
Oh, that's what you. Okay, I got
Yes,
it.
so we are a part
So
of
you are
that.
that,
However, we're
okay.
on the health plan side.
Good.
Kind of a branch of the hospital health system.
For those who have never heard of the Dignity and Respect campaign, tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, it starts with the foundation of inclusion, and we believe that everybody should be treated with dignity and respect. It is a corporate-wide campaign. We celebrate it. We have a Dignity and Respect campaign month. We practice 30 tips of dignity and respect, recognizing that differences, they're not a bad thing, but it's a good thing. It brings excellence to our health plan and the programs and services that we develop.
Fantastic.
And that's one of the things I think we got excited about, okay, through the Prevention Education Committee, okay, the CRN Responders Network, is the work that was currently already being done, and then how we could kind of in some way piggyback off the essay contest that had been made available. And so as our committee talked, and Jennifer just said, well, why don't we just do something around this Dignity and Respect campaign? And then Amanda said, what about that stereotype hurts? Ouch, that stereotype.
Yes.
Yeah. And so that's how it all came together. But tell us about the process, what we had to do. Go.
Well, we met with the Harrisburg School District with Dr. Sybil Knight-Burney and some of her staff to do the initial planning. We presented to them our topic. We created a flyer to send home for the students to show their parents what our essay contest was all about, to kind of gain some excitement about the essay contest. And then we worked with Pat, as well as Amanda and several other school district representatives to develop the criteria for judging the essay contest. We got together, judged it, and we came out with, for both 9th and 10th grade students, we came out with a first place, second place, third place, and then 4 honorable mentions for each of the grades.
The hope was to have the students actually here for the program today, but that didn't quite work
That's
out. But that's
correct.
okay. We'll maybe get them on another time and everything.
Yes, we would have loved to hear their essay.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, before we go much further, though, Amanda, tell us about CRN. We keep throwing around those, that acronym, so to speak. But tell us about that organization.
Yeah, so the Community Responders Network is a coalition of local leaders and concerned citizens who are focused on building a stronger, more inclusive community through educating, preventing, and responding to incidents of bias and tolerance in central Pennsylvania. So it was founded back in 2008 around an incident impacting a local Muslim family, where a number of different faith communities came together and asked the question, how can we support people when they're targeted by these types of incidents?
Have you had many incidents since the forming of the network that you've actually tracked? And tell us about some things that we could
We have, yeah, particularly in the past year, when we've gotten some new members and become more active. We've had a number of incidents. We've been working with a local sports league around racial slurs used at one of their games. That was one of our incidents in the fall. We've been working with some of the local townships around when the Ku Klux Klan has either held rallies or left leaflets, and helping to equip them as to how to effectively respond to the presence of hate groups. Trying to think what else. Yeah, but there have been a number of different incidents. An incident of housing discrimination that we are helping someone file a formal complaint with the Human Relations Commission, and we work with the Human Relations Commission a lot in terms of helping to investigate on their end, and we're providing support and guidance on our end.
And I do know that, like, for example, in the Patriot News, there was a big expose, if you will, on some of the, racism in sports. Was really well done. But your organization was the one that kind of really spurred that conversation and got that, thing going. So that's, hats off to the CRN, powerful network, yeah. So we know that a lot of good work is being done, from both organizations, and you come together, you have this essay. Why is that important? Do you think the young people what do you think they're really getting out of it? And do you think they're taking it to heart, to ouch? That stereotype hurts.
I think, we really want them to, one of our missions I sit on the Prevention and Education Committee for the Community Responders Network. And one of the things that we talked about very early on with how are we going to approach prevention and education is, who can we most impact change in? And we felt like it's the younger generation. So, we're really targeting school-aged children, and thought that, we really want to get them thinking about what experiences do they have on a daily basis, and how can they use that experience and, promote dignity, promote respect and inclusion. How can you recognize what that looks like? And then how can you take that message and send it home to your parents?
Very good.
And one thing about the contest, too, we had indicated what we'd like them to address in regard to their essay. And it had to be 5 paragraphs.
Absolutely.
And they had to talk about what they personally could see or feel could be done in their school, in their community, and in their homes to really promote and appreciate and respect dignity, and how that could play itself out. Was there anything else that we asked?
I think that was the main gist. Just asking how they could create, how they would like to see things done to create a culture that accepts and celebrates differences.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, really powerful. And they talked about the 2 grade levels, the 9th and 10th graders. And I think there were about 30 or so.
Yes.
Yeah, submissions that we did receive.
30, wow.
Yeah, pretty nice amount. And the other thing that was really nice, too, is Jennifer recognized that they were made available gift cards, okay? And I think the top prize was
$250.
What? I would have applied.
9th or 10th graders.
That's great.
Yeah. And even the honorable mentions was 4 honorable mentions, and they got $25. So it was $250, then
$250, $150, $75.
Nice. Very good. So the incentive was,
It was a good incentive.
That's right. Yeah. But a very worthy cause, too. We had Downey Elementary School on not long ago. Principal Travis Peck and also Raymond Bennett. And they came and did a wonderful job. And also a gentleman from Messiah College, too. I forget his name, but a doctor from Messiah College.
Yeah.
They did a fantastic job. And then I had a chance to go over there to the school, and they did what's called the Leader Within program. And I'll tell you, I've been singing their praises ever since. Those young people knocked it out of the park. When you walked in, all of the young people greeted you, or the young people that were assigned to greet you. They had, all the registration was done by the students. Now, this school only goes up to the 4th grade. So they did the greeting at the door, they did the registration, they did the escorting you to your seats. They did the entire program, except they introduced, Principal Peck, who got up and did his piece. And then they did the escorting and taking you around to the school. And it was so well scripted, so well done. I remember thinking to myself, now, see, this is what it's all about, that whole Leader Within. And everyone was able to play a part. so everyone felt like they were a part of it. You know what I mean? So one of the things that I hope that we can do, not just in the Harrisburg School District or at Downey, but throughout our community, is to get everyone involved in playing a part. Because we used to talk about bullying, and while it's so important, it started just sounding like blah, 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 blah. You know, people stop hearing it after a while. Yes, you know. And so to go to the dignity and the respect, I thought really, and to start talking about stereotyping, we're really touching on all of that stuff, the bullying and everything else, you know. So hats off to the work that you're doing, and hope that you'll keep doing it. Now, I do know that the Y does a lot of stuff around racial justice. Tell us about some other programs that's going on.
Sure, definitely. Well, we recently launched our Let's Talk, a Conversation About Race program, which Pat was one of our co-facilitators, and that was a really exciting opportunity to bring together 26 leaders in our local community, spanning media, local government, nonprofit, criminal justice, all manner of places and backgrounds, to talk for 6 weeks about race and racism, and how that impacts them, and to understand others' experiences, and then to talk about, how do we change within our spheres of influence so that we can be building towards racial justice. And so we have 4 other organizations out of that who are wanting to launch that program at their sites. So we're really excited about moving that forward.
Fantastic. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah. And also I know that you had a lot of work doing with the I'm always messing it up, but that, the community there and so many other good things, the walk against racism, you're going over that.
Definitely.
So you're just constantly on it,
Trying.
Yeah, and that's really good. And UPMC, I'm not as familiar with the work you're doing, but once you said the dignity and respect, I said, aha, okay, I got that. Now, your role there, tell us about what you do as a manager of project development.
As a manager of product development, I am responsible for the membership that we have in Central Pennsylvania and growing that membership and just making sure that our members are being served well by UPMC for You, which is the medical assistance product. And just a little bit about the UPMC for You. We are under contract with the Department of Public Welfare as well as the Pennsylvania Insurance Department. And we provide to individuals who are eligible for medical assistance insurance coverage within the central Pennsylvania area.
Fantastic. Good work. Good work.
And how long have you been here, Jennifer, in this area?
I have actually been in this area for, I pretty much grew up.
Oh, you grew up here, but you started with UPMC and...
I was with the Department of Public Welfare prior to coming to UPMC 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. I knew it was somewhat new in regard to being involved.
Correct.
Okay, with that. Now, one of the things we did do, even though our young people weren't able to be with us today, we do have those 2 essays.
Okay, wonderful.
And we thought it'd be nice because I'm telling you, they're just so well done. And the winner, which one do you, the 9th grade one, which was, if you wouldn't mind sharing that person and sharing that with us, Jennifer.
Sure. Would you like me to read the name of the student?
Yes.
Okay, so the first place winner for the 9th grade essay contest was Jasmine Stubbs. And I'll go ahead and read her essay now. Arabs are terrorists. All Hispanics are from Mexico. All blondes are stupid. These are just a few of many hurtful stereotypes that occur every day. As an African American female who is very frequently stereotyped, I feel that communities and schools should plan activities that celebrate every culture's differences. Activities as simple as mixing up school lunches, having a multicultural party, and opportunities for open discussions. Creating a culture that accepts differences can easily start during common school experiences such as eating lunch. Separating students from their normal cliques could help get rid of stereotypes because when students stay with their usual friends, it's often because they stereotype other people before meeting them. Mixing up lunches could separate students from their everyday friends and get them to meet new people. Another way to stop stereotypes or prejudicing is a community festival where all people from all different cultures could come together. They could bring food, clothes, literature, and music from their own culture, and it would be a celebration of